My next one again would go to Jyoti in that case. What are, any fundraise opportunity that you're talking about has two things, debt and equity. So equity is something where we have these two gentlemen, they can handle things for startups and all. But when you're coming from the debt side of the business, what are the primary barriers prop tech startups encounter when seeking debt financing from traditional banks, given their limited operational history or unpredictability of future revenues, or even if you're talking about securities and cash flows? So, what are the various options which are available for a prop tech?
So, so a prop tech, like you're saying, it's a tech added to a prop, has basically enabled us to manage the real estate space better with technology. But it all comes with its own risks, which is your data privacy. Today, the laws are so, the legal framework is so strong, anti, anti-discriminatory laws, and a whole lot of other big legal framework. Now, having said that, if I was to really in India count the prop tech companies, which top 4, 5 which come to my mind are, say, a Magic Bricks, a housing which didn't work, a Zapkey, and maybe a couple more like a Square Yards and all. Now, being in this industry, because I've been in housing finance since 2022, 23 years, we've closely dealt with these companies. I feel, one, there is a lack of an idea somewhere because I think there is no value proposition for the customer. If they were to go and make a presentation to an investor, today, if you go and make a presentation to an investor or a bank, like you mentioned, I think there is no value proposition because I think the mindset of people when they are looking for a house, whether it is to buy or it is to rent, even if I was to today, I may go and look at a, Magic Bricks and see, okay, this colony has these options available. But believe me, when I want to go and see a house, I am going to call a chota dukaan ka broker. He will have my number. He'll say, "Madam, आप चलो, मैं आता हूँ, मैं आपको वहीं मिलूँगा," and it's just convenience. He's calling me that one guy has my number. If I am posting something on the site, my number is getting exposed to the other brokers that these websites are dealing with, and then I have 1,000 people calling me. So I just think that, the interest of investors or banks trying to give money in this sector is also low because I think none of them have really shown any accelerated growth. Like none of them have really, yes. And as a result of which these institutions have branched out into other value-added services. Like, for example, a Magic Bricks ties up with us for home loans and we pay them commission. Likewise, Square Yards. And now the focus is a lot on that because that is just referral business. And this referral business leads and all also are coming to them for they've tied up with chota brokers. So it's just passing on commission and, so it's not that actually how many people are actually buying or renting properties only through these websites. Well, we had done a survey about some years back, when we were tying up with these companies, and the percentage was very, very minuscule. I mean, if you speak to people, they still like to hear a human voice. They want to go and see the house. A house is something that's not something somebody that, there are feelings attached to it. They like to go and see it. They like to go and meet the builder. So I personally feel that one is that, how do you change the approach of somebody who's of a traditional, mindset? Second is the idea. Third is the value proposition for me. And if I was to go through this site, am I getting a discount? What am I getting by doing this? And then only it makes sense for me. Otherwise, I'm going to go whatever is convenient. Third, I think real estate as an industry has there's a lot of market fragmentation. Like he said, a Surat will have something, a Delhi will have something, Gurgaon will have something. And it's changing very, very rapidly. It's very dynamic. So you have to ensure that you're updated. There are people who are working on it. It's updated. You're using, predictive measures. You're using AI to ensure that, everything that you have is totally updated. The typical story of housing.com was, I think they invested so much money in making sure their data is right and it comes right that it couldn't work. So I think, though I was reading something which said that, from 2021 to 25, we are expecting a 9.6% growth of sales from these sites. So there is a future there, of course. That's where the future is. But I think we need to figure out how to do it, and what is going to make it work. And that's my take on it.
Absolutely. So I think, to conclude, what we were talking about here is the equity is something which still can be available. From a debt perspective, there are still not many structures which are available from the prop tech side, because the obvious reasons remains the same, कि security नहीं है, cash flow नहीं है. But yes, diversifying the portfolio or doing some structured funding is options which can be explored from a banking perspective.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much, Jyoti.